Are you ready?
Yeah, let's turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello, and welcome to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
and whether you're listening to the show on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your Monday night evening. Night evening's redundant. Monday evening, we'll go with that. Big Monday evening from the sports world, as it is tonight. Monday Night Football and Cardinals and Giants set to square off at, when is that, Von Erich? 8 o'clock tonight?
Yes, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. tonight. It's almost as if our schedule was planned that way. It's peculiar because we end at 8 p.m., of course. So, like always, you can immediately tune into everything in between right after this show while you have the baseball on TV muted. So you can listen to Von
Who
Erich.
wants to listen to those commentators anyway?
Exactly. These Johnny-come-latelys.
Although I do enjoy the commentators for San Francisco. They're radio commentators.
Yeah.
They're
That's that older guy.
Yeah, a former ESPN guy, but they let him go. But the Giants picked him up, so he does play-by-play for the Giants.
That's right. He was
Interesting.
always like the guy when it came to like Barry Bonds. Every time I was one of Barry Bonds doing anything, they were playing like audio of him. When Barry Bonds was in the home run chase, hunting down Hank Aaron. But anyways, remember as always you can call the show toll free 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. Get a hold of us on Twitter with at high_on_sports. Hashtag high on sports. Or, anything like that. Get into the chat room. It asks for a password. You do not need to put one. Just put a name, hit enter. You're immediately signed in, talking to myself, Ashley, Von Erich, and whoever else may be in there tonight. So, again, get in there. And remember, as always, highonssportsradioshow.com for the archive of all our past shows. A bunch of other fun stuff, my blog, everything like that. Again, highonssportsradioshow.com. All right, we've got a jam-packed show for you here. It is round one. Let's go. All right, we're going to start in football. I know baseball is in the middle of the playoffs. Obviously, there's a lot to get to. We will get to baseball momentarily. Don't worry, Von Erich. But we have got to start with football for one reason and one reason only. The Cleveland Browns are no longer winless.
Brownies.
You should all be celebrating, no matter where you are in this
Good day.
country.
It's a good day.
Because the 2008 Detroit Lions 0-16 record will stand another year.
Yep.
That's a good day. Congratulations, 2008 Detroit Lions. You will remain heroes. How do you
I don't
think-
understand how you go 0-16.
It really
like
is.
you.
At
I
some
think
point you
you
have
have.
to try.
Yeah, because at some point throughout the season, one of the teams you're playing is just gonna not show up. There's gonna be injuries, whatever. By the end of the season, you're gonna win a game. But they didn't. It's like you literally have to try.
They had a couple of
to
close
not
calls.
win.
They had that one where they were leading big on I think it was Tampa Bay at one point. I want to say they had a pretty big lead going into the fourth quarter, and that's when we were all like, oh, okay, well, this is over. Don't care anymore. And then they just let Tampa Bay come back.
Exactly. So you
And win it.
literally have to try to go 0-16.
Even Ty said that he wished the Browns would have lost yesterday, so that way.
Well, he's a Detroit fan.
Right, exactly.
Bastard.
Right.
I thought he loved holding that record.
You know what? That's why a
Right.
team that was supposed to be Super Bowl contenders
I
are
swear-
like 2-4 right now.
I swear, I'd have to go through the archives, which you can find at highonsportsradioshow.com. But back when Ty was where you're sitting, I remember one year he said that the Browns had to win because the Lions were holding on to that 2008 record, and no one else will ever touch that.
Well, then he said to me, he says, I wanted them to go to 0-16. So he wants to give the record to the Browns.
Oh, now he's ready to bequeath it onto someone else. Well, you're gonna have to wait
You know what?
at least
Forget
another
you,
year.
Ty. Forget you.
We'll see
That's
next
why
year.
the Brownies won.
See what happens next year. Bigger reason why they won. Josh freaking Gordon, 3 catches, 99 yards, a touchdown. 71-yard touchdown.
Woo!
Oh, man. I picked that kid up this
Flash
week in
Gordon.
fantasy. Oh, that's a good nickname. We should call him Flash Gordon because there's too many
He's
Joshes.
fast as we have
There's so many Joshes. Gordon, Cooper, Cribbs, all our receivers are
we
named
have
Josh.
17 freaking
It's like Greg
Joshes.
Little and the rest are Joshes.
Yeah, it's just don't Josh. Well, which one?
Exactly.
But-
I don't know who he's doing.
Yeah, Andy's fast as crap.
My God, it's looking like it's looking great because the Browns, of course, got him in the supplemental draft, which means they used a second-round pick on him, which means the Browns do not have a second-round pick in this upcoming NFL
you know
draft
what?
in April. But it looks like smart move.
Yeah, back-to-back games. Last week against the Giants, what was it, a
62.
62-yard bomb?
And then a
And then
20-yarder.
he got another touchdown. This week, he only had 3 catches, but one was a 71-yard bomb. And then he had 2 for, like, I think
looks
one was
like-
a third down for a first, and another one was just the pass, I think.
It looks like it's that deep threat Cleveland's been looking
Yeah.
for some time now. And
And-
really, if Greg Little could actually figure out how to catch a football,
We're set.
this offense is set.
Because once Benjamin comes back, that dude runs like a deer.
Oh, yeah.
He's got gazelle speed.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Plus, Mohamed Massaquoi and,
Massaquoi's
and Whedon
gotta
were
come
starting to
back.
develop a pretty good relationship.
Yeah.
You got to imagine Gordon's taking the number 1 role. He's taking
Yeah.
the number 1 job on this team.
yeah.
And number 2 is, up for grabs right now between Little and Momas when he
It's
gets
gonna
back.
be it's gonna be met.
So, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Got to wait for some teams to get healthy here, and everything. By the way, I was looking at something for Ohioans out there. Gonna kind of suck. The Browns and the Buckeyes have their bye week is synced up. This year.
What?
There's a Buckeyes game on November 10th. No Browns game on November 11th.
Oh, that hurts.
Right?
Damn.
I don't know what to do. But anyways, of course, obviously there were other games that went on in the NFL this past week. The biggest news really coming out today, Ray Lewis out for the rest of the year with a tricep injury. They also lost their starting cornerback Webb to an injury, out for the rest of the year. So 2 big key injuries for that Ravens
this
defense.
mu-
They also Haloti Ngata's hurt. He says he doesn't plan on missing any time. We'll see what happens there. Terrell Suggs still out. They're still waiting to hear when he's going to come back. He hopes to come back this season, but who knows how that'll ultimately play out. But I mean, that's not good for a team that honestly at
were
the start
rolling.
of this season they looked like a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, they were. What are they? 5-1 now.
They're the best team in the AFC North.
Yeah.
I mean, which is
Although we still should have won that game. But
Yeah,
whatever. And
true,
as much
true.
as I don't wish injuries upon people, when it's a Baltimore or a Pittsburgh player, I do feel happy inside.
yeah, a little bit.
Especially when it's one of their starters.
By the way,
it makes my heart warm like
there was
the
that thing. It
sun.
was all over Twitter and Cleveland media and everything. I think it was like 2 weeks ago on the NFL Network. They aired something once a week. They have something called A Football Life, which is like a 1-hour
Oh, yeah.
documentary special. A couple weeks ago it was Cleveland '95. It was all about the
I was
last year.
so
of
mad
Browns.
I forgot to record it and I missed
I
it.
recorded. I finally got around to watching it this week. That was heartbreaking. That's
Yeah.
hard. It's tough to watch. It was making me physically ill. I mean, it's all about, like, you look at the people that were 4 members of this staff in 1995.
Dude, we were going to win it all.
4 members of the staff in 1995 went on to be general managers and are, I think, at least 3 of them are currently general managers in the NFL. Scott Pioli with the Kansas City Chiefs. What's his name? The GM of the Jets. Dimitrioff, the GM of the Falcons. And then, of course, Phil Savage had a unibrow back then and was eventually the GM of the Browns. Eric Mangini was on that staff.
Belichick.
Kirk Ferentz, the head coach at Iowa, was on that staff. The defensive coordinator was Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Nick Saban.
Who's won how many national championships
I
in
believe
college?
it's 3, right? Didn't he win one before coming to Alabama?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll get the
With,
stat department on that.
I don't remember.
Oh, well, either way, he's won 2 with Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact of the matter is at least two-time national champion, Nick Saban. And then, of course, you have Bill Belichick, who went on to go to 5 Super Bowls and win 3 of them so far. Although, to be fair, what Belichick has done, a lot of it is we'll never know if it was Belichick or if it was Brady, because we saw when Belichick went out that system is designed to buffer your stats. Like when Matt Castle came in there, we see how Matt Castle is now out of the Patriots. He's kind of garbage, but still, he put up good numbers. He took that team to a 10-win season. But you got to believe Brady in there at least is the X factor in taking that from a good statistical system to a winning Super Bowl champion system. So I mean, we'll never really know who's more to deserves credit there. But I mean, it's just staggering. And then not to mention, a lot of people say, Ozzie Newsome was the other general manager who was on that staff. That's the two biggest things a lot of people say about the move is Cleveland fans will always say, 2001 it should have been our Super Bowl. And then people will always be quick to point out, well, we never know if we would have gotten Ray Lewis, and we never would have known if we would have went forward with Ozzie Newsome as general manager. Ozzie Newsome was already on that team being groomed as the future general manager. And not to mention, they even said, I can't remember who it was on there, I think it might have been Ozzie Newsome, who said Ray Lewis was not a name that they just pulled out of a hat. Before the plane, he said I quote here, before the plane even left Cleveland, we already knew we were going to take Ray Lewis with our second first-round pick. They're like, we didn't just come up with that name on the way there. They knew by the end of that season that was the guy they were targeting there. So you look at the Browns now, Ozzie Newsome, a general manager, Ray Lewis, starting linebacker. We would have just lost Ray Lewis to tricep injury instead of the lucky Ravens.
But we'd also have a Super Bowl.
True. I'll take that trade off every day of the week.
Right?
But anyways, no, it was just
hell.
It was really interesting, like from a football fan standpoint. It was real shocking to see that many minds together in one room.
Yeah.
But then from a Browns fan, it was just it's disgusting, just totally sickening. It's like watching the Saw movies, but from a Browns perspective.
Yeah.
It's what this the Cleveland '95 was. It was just tough to watch. I want to talk about a team here though, not the Browns. Shockingly. I want to talk about a team that is absolutely taking the world by storm right now. America's team, the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, my God. Where the hell did they come from?
4-2. Russell Wilson, third-round pick. No one thought he was going to be the starter. They're paying $10 million to what's his name from Green Bay to be the backup. I don't even remember the kid's name anymore now.
Neither do I.
Oh, well.
Flynn, yeah.
Matt Flynn, that's it. They're paying $10 million to Matt Flynn to sit on the bench right now. And I'm starting to see why Pete Carroll chose to do that. He has already, I know the quarterbacks don't play each other. People say that crap, but that's how a lot of these players measure how good they are. Already, in 6 NFL starts, he has bested Aaron Rodgers. I know it's a blown call. Don't even get me started. Aaron Rodgers, Tony Romo, and Tom Brady. In his first 6 starts, he has led to a winning performance against those.
I'm putting a lot of that on the defense, though. Seattle's defense is just owning people.
It's true. It's true. They held the Patriots to 23 points. Beat the Patriots 24-23. And my God, RG3 has instantly become the most exciting player in all of football. Did you see that ridiculous run he had at the end of the game to seal the deal?
I did not.
My God. They clocked him in the final 40 yards because the play was a lot longer than 40 yards. The final 40 yards of that play, he's been clocked at 4.0 seconds even.
And a lot of people are saying don't use him. Just this week
because of the concussion thing,
right?
Yeah.
In fantasy football, I'm like, well, why not use him?
I tell you what, there's 3 ways to avoid a concussion. There's 3 ways. All right. One of them is run out of bounds. All right. There's run out of bounds to avoid a concussion. There's don't be involved in the play at all to avoid a concussion. And there is run so much faster than them that they can't even hope to hit you. There is 3 ways to avoid a concussion. That's it. It's just those 3. And clearly he chose the 3rd one, and it looks like it's working out pretty good so far. I mean, it is just absolutely insane. And you just look at him and you just think, the Browns were this close.
We were
this close to snagging him. Although I've said before on the show, I've heard whispers of collusion when it comes to that. The owner of the Redskins is fairly good friends with some front office people over with the Rams, and they may worked out some kind of deal in favor of the Redskins. But I don't know. We'll never know. And I really have to say that. Okay, here's an interesting question for you. A few weeks ago, a lot of people would have thought the Texans look like a Super Bowl team, along with the San Francisco 49ers, that we could very likely see San Francisco-Houston Super Bowl.
Okay.
And then we have Houston lose to the Packers in Sunday Night Football, 24-42.
Yikes. They were undefeated till then, though.
They were. And then we go across the country and we get to the 49ers losing 26-3 at home against the Giants. Of those two, who are you more worried about right now? San Francisco 49ers or Houston Texans?
Probably the 49ers. Because I from the beginning of the season, you thought they had one of the best offenses in the country, and Alex Smith is just getting worse by the week.
I think the Texans.
I agree with you, Texans. I go Texans because here's why. We know the Giants are a good team, and we've seen year after year now, Giants 49ers is just a bad matchup for the 49ers. Not to say the Giants are a better team, but I just think from a matchup standpoint, the Giants are built to beat a team who plays like the 49ers do. But the Packers, I mean, I know we think Aaron Rodgers, we think, these guys and stuff. We still think of last year's 15-1 team. But honestly, we don't know if this Packers squad this year is actually that good.
See, I think...
And they just tore up the Texans, who we...
I think a lot of that game last night was Aaron Rodgers needed to prove to everybody that he could still play football. Because I mean, what's their record now? They've already lost. What are they? 3-3.
They're 3-3.
Yeah, and everybody's been ripping Rodgers lately because he's playing like crap this year. So fine. I think part of yesterday was just going, all right, I need to shut these people up and throw 17.
I mean, the scariest part though, why I'm more concerned with them than I am the 49ers, is because if you look at Houston. Their best player, probably their best player on the whole field, an argument can be made between him and Arian Foster. J.J. Watt, who could very well likely finish this year as the defensive MVP. They just double-teamed him, and then he was silent. Not a thing from that guy last night.
Oh, and Houston did just lose Cushings last week.
It's true. If they're a team that, even though it sounds weird to think Texans and think defense, after this decade and change we've had of them just not even having a defense at all. But, I mean, losing Cushing, the way Watt played last night, I'm a lot more worried if I'm a Texans fan than I am a 49ers fan. Because I'm a 49ers fan, they don't win by Alex Smith. Alex Smith is one of the last game managers. He's Trent Dilfer, all right? If Trent Dilfer had a bad day, it didn't matter because Trent Dilfer was surrounded by some of the greatest talent in the league. Now, I mean Trent Dilfer with the 2001 Ravens, not Trent Dilfer near the end as a Brown. But, I mean, in 2001, he won that as a game manager. He was one of the least talented quarterbacks to ever win a Super Bowl. Ever.
Yeah.
And that's what Alex Smith is. Alex Smith is a game manager. And they didn't tie themselves too long to Alex Smith. It's not a real long contract. He wanted a longer deal. They were smart and didn't give him that long of a deal. And honestly, they were putting Kaepernick in there, trying to see if they had something with Kaepernick. But to be fair to Kaepernick, there wasn't time to develop a rhythm. The offensive coordinator was kind of pulling one out and putting the other one in, almost alternating plays. There's really no time to develop a rhythm to really show how good you are and try to steal a starting job. But they're not. They don't need Alex Smith to be great to win. They need him not to throw 3 interceptions, sure. But they don't need Alex Smith to be great in order to win. They don't even need him to be great to win a Super Bowl. They're very old school. All right, that's enough about the NFL for now. Let's talk some baseball here. Let's go to the old diamond. It is playoffs right now. ALCS and NLCS. We're going to start with the ALCS because it's further along. By the way, for those of you at home, I've looked at when these games would end if they went to a 7th game, and I cannot stress if, especially in the ALCS. If they went to a Game 7, that Game 7 would be Sunday night. And if the NLCS goes to a Game 7, that would be next Monday night immediately following our show. So basically, odds are the next time we come on air 1 week from tonight, the World Series will be set. And we will know who's going to meet up.
Odds are they will go to a 7th game, though. Every single one of those series went to a 5th game in the first round.
It's true.
First time that's ever happened.
That's
since,
what I was about to say. I think that's the first time it's ever happened.
It's awesome. I loved it. That was good. Although I hated it that in one day I lost both the teams I was rooting for.
Right.
I was rooting for a Turnpike matchup. I lost the Nationals and Orioles on the same day. That's how I work with baseball generally. If the
I was
Indians
glad
aren't
the
in it,
Nationals went down.
if the Indians aren't in it, I like to see the most like obscure or least relevant,
yeah.
most recently teams get in there.
Yeah, I really wanted Baltimore to beat you.
That's why for someone rooting for the underdog, you're SOL at this point because you've got on one side the last 2 World Series champions,
Yeah.
and on the other side 2 of the most highest paid teams in baseball. So the idea of the underdog is dead and buried. We can forget about that and just focus on talent now.
Yeah, these are all teams that are supposed to be there at the end of the year.
Exactly.
Now I'm stuck in who the hell do I root for? The Yankees or Detroit?
Right? That was a tough
The
one. I was
hell?
like, can I root for a meteor to just hit the
It's
field?
like
or
watching
something?
freaking Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Can the stadium just collapse?
Speaking of the Tigers and Yankees, Detroit does lead the series 2-0. They meet back up tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with Phil Hughes taking on Justin Verlander. The Yankees are
Yep.
about as dead as you can get without it
Yep.
actually being over right now. They don't have Jeter anymore. Fractured ankle.
Whew,
Out the rest of
rough.
the way. They just forgot how to hit. I think it's too much money in their pockets.
Right?
Throwing them off balance.
Weighing their back leg down.
But I mean, they just lost. Those 2 games they lost were in New York. Now they're heading to Detroit, down 2
With the
against Justin Verlander.
Best pitcher in baseball.
He's not even human. He's some kind of
He's a
alien
robot.
hybrid.
He's a
Some
robot.
kind of alien robot hybrid who's dating Kate Upton. He's the perfect human. He's the perfect human is all there is to it. He's better at his job than any of us will ever be at our jobs. And
Combined.
he gets to go home to Kate Upton.
Yeah.
They always say women, like the guy that women wants and men want to be. That's him. That's him. I'll tell you what. I'm happy. I love my friends, my family, and my job. I would trade it all to be Justin Verlander. All of it. Just kiss it goodbye. What a lucky man. But again, that's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Then looking over at the senior circuit. I like when people call the National League the senior circuit. I like it. St. Louis leads San Francisco 1-0. Like we said, they start tonight immediately following the show. You got Chris Carpenter and Ryan Vogelsong. I like that. That sounds like a pretty nice matchup. But so Von Erich, history shows. Actually, I found out an interesting stat over the last. I don't have the exact stat in front of me, but over the last couple of years, the numbers have actually been in favor in the National League for the team that loses Game 1 of the NLCS, including these 2 teams. Both lost Game 1 of the NLCS in the last 2 years. So, does that stat mean anything, or does it just sort of happen out that way? Is there something to be said about that digging yourself out of a hole underdog mentality here at this stage in the game?
Not in this series. Both of these teams are evenly matched. I don't think we're going to see a high-scoring series, but as far as digging out of a hole, like you said, these 2 teams did it in the past 2 years. We have the past 2 World Series champions. It's really not going to make a difference whether it's going to go to a Game 7 is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I think it's going to go like every other game.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's gonna seesaw back and forth. It's gonna be a pitching heavy series. You'll have scoring late in games off the bullpen, and that's about it.
I certainly hope to see this thing take on a Game 7. Now, this other one I'd rather just end. It's like pulling off a Band-Aid. Let's just get it over with.
Just rip.
The Yankees, by the way, last night, I was looking up some of the ratings. They took a 3.7 share, which is the same in terms of ratings as Notre Dame Stanford did earlier that day. It might have been around the same time on NBC. So it's just interesting to point out that this is a playoff baseball. This was the only baseball game, the playoffs, and it tied one of dozens of football games or college football games going on that day, and that's actually Game 1 now that I think about it. Not this Game 2. Whoa. I'm getting breaking news here. Fresh off the update desk. Report Browns fear Scott Fujita suffered career-ending neck
What?
injury.
Whoa.
Not season-ending, career. No, I can't stress enough. This is the Browns fear he may have suffered a career-ending neck injury. It's not solid. It's not. No comment has been made by the Browns. I guess they've attempted to reach them with no.
It's all speculation right now.
I guess it's all speculation right now.
It didn't happen in the game.
Cleveland Browns are concerned that linebacker Scott Fujita suffered a career-ending neck injury during the team's Week 5 against the Giants. So they're worried that this may have happened against the Giants. And, I mean, it sounds like it's definitely not one of those things where it's just like it happened and then your career's over. It sounds like they're getting it looked at right now. Obviously, it happened a week ago.
I don't
Fujita is one of
remember
4
anyone
players
getting
appealing his
carried off the
suspensions.
field.
Wow. This is shocking. If this pans out, wow.
That sucks. He's one of our leaders on defense.
Fujita did not play Sorry. I'm sorry. I have to, full disclosure, I don't know how to read. I'm just kind of guessing based on the pictures. Fujita did not play in Week 6's win against the Cincinnati Bengals for what was deemed, quote, a shoulder injury. He began playing for the Browns in 2010, but has not played a full season since 2006. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep you posted on this one.
Yeah,
if it's a career-ending neck injury, that's serious.
They're also saying that it's all speculative. So we don't know for sure. And it's some guy that's reporting it from ESPN too.
Okay. Should I give his name or?
Yeah, go ahead.
John Borman.
Yeah, and then some guy named Mort.
Chris Mortensen.
The Mort Report.
Yeah, he's actually
pretty trustworthy.
Right.
Yeah.
This is 3 minutes ago.
And then John Tellett from Channel 8, he just put a Twitter out about it too. So
I'm
I
sure
don't
we're
know.
about to post something on the Facebook.
I hope he's not like partially paralyzed.
If Von Erich, you could put something up about that on the
sucks.
Facebook. Scott Fujita. Wow, that is just wow.
And I like
Football's a dangerous sport, man.
I like the bottom of it. It says since the report came from the Drooling Monkey Network, it might be best we just wait and to see what happens.
Now,
with
why do you
Fujita.
name your things like this stupid things? Like,
Right?
Because at some point, if you want to be taken seriously, at some point, someone.
Well,
has to say your name seriously.
I think it's a rib at them. You know, the people that are reporting like ESPN and
Yeah.
you know John Tellett and that whatever the other guy that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So they're I think he's making fun of
It might
them.
be.
Who knows? But we have to wait for it to pan out, I guess.
Yeah, again, it's facebook.com/high-on-sports-radio. That is the Facebook. And search for us on Twitter at high_on_sports. We will keep you posted with everything that we find out about this. And if this becomes confirmed and if his career is in fact done.
Dude, that's rough. That could
rough.
impact the rest of your life. Neck injuries.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do? I mean, a lot of these guys just slack off. It's more testament to why you should be staying 4 years in college and you should be majoring in something relevant
with football,
and useful.
I mean, in all sports, obviously, injuries can happen. But football, you're like, well, not really your lifespan, but your like football career span, it's so short.
Your time frame of your earning potential is very small.
And obviously, it could just change like that. You get drilled by somebody. Next thing you know, you're not walking for 6 months.
And I mean, college kids out there, let me tell you something. The odds are you're not going to be Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
You're not going to be Adrian Peterson. You're going to be LaRod Stevens Howling at best.
Yeah, and especially like running backs, they're like that's like 4 years and you're done.
Exactly. The average career span
you're
of a running
retired
back
by
is
the time you're 27.
It's honestly something around 2.5 to 3 years.
Because
The
you're
average.
retired by the time you're 27 because you take such a pounding.
It's so terrible.
As much as I love football and I think they're turning into a pansy sport now with all these rules, but it really is a dangerous sport. It really is.
It is.
Get yourself knocked stupid.
Like we said, we'll keep you posted on that. But for now though, back to baseball. I found out something interesting factoid here. I'll share as we're going to break. The Yankees last night had about 47,000 in attendance, which is about 3,000 less than their typical playoff draw since opening the new stadium. Reports coming out that secret ushers were actually moving people from the upper levels,
Bringing them
down, so it looked like they were bought. And actually, I looked it up on StubHub last night when I heard something about the attendance being low. I found on StubHub there was an area where you could get 18 consecutive seats in a row were available.
Well,
a
you know
whole
what?
row was available at Yankee Stadium for a playoff
You know
game.
what? 90% of Yankees fans aren't even real fans.
Yeah, fair weather aspect, yeah.
And 2, when they built that new stadium, you know how expensive those tickets are?
It is quite expensive. All right, well, we're going to take a
real
quick break. Yeah.
I almost lost our sponsorship, too.
Whoa.
From cocaine.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned something about the Yankees.
Yeah.
And our boy Travis.
Yeah.
Over at Cocaine didn't like my comment about the Yankees.
Is he a Yankee fan?
Oh, he's a diehard Yankee fan.
He should go to a game. No one else is.
Right. Well, it's kind of hard for him.
$700 for a nosebleed ticket.
What I can't
find floor seats at a Cavs game for that.
What I can't figure, he lives in Oregon, and he is a Yankees fan. I don't.
The Yankees have a global draw. They're a
bandwagon.
They're a brand.
He's a fair weather fan.
They're
fair weather.
They're a brand. They're global, like a Notre Dame or a Dallas Cowboys. They get people in countries that don't even know what the sport is wearing the hats.
Yeah, because it's big market.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, but remember, next week we're going to come at you revisiting our MLB playoff and regular season predictions. So you want to check that show out. And we didn't get to talk about basketball, but in 2 weeks is our basketball preview show.
Oh boy!
Last show for the regular season. But
yes,
for right now,
baby.
we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, you're going to find out what's urinating us off. We're going to talk AP rankings, some BCS rankings now available, college football, all that, and so much more. You listen to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
Tired of all the overhyped advertisements for energy drinks and energy supplements?
Maybe skydiving from a suborbital spacecraft or jumping a snowmobile over 80 buses is not in your agenda.
Maybe you just want to make it through the day effectively. Whether it's work, school, or raising a family, life's demands can be overwhelming. When you need that extra kick in the butt to help get you going, try Cocaine Energy. You'll not find a more effective energy supplement. Cocaine Energy has higher caffeine content per ounce than any other energy supplement on the market, and it's safe. Worried about the side effects of so much caffeine? We got you covered. Cocaine is scientifically formulated to mitigate against the side effects normally associated with large doses of caffeine, such as the jitters and heart palpitations. So what are you waiting for? Try Cocaine today, because life doesn't wait. Cocaine is available at local retailers and online at www.drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. Once again, that's drinkcocaine.com. This product does not contain the drug cocaine. Duh. This product is not intended to be an alternative to an illicit street drug. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for children, pregnant women, or people sensitive to caffeine. Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farmville request at a time. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectify backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectify backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectify can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Hey, Sam. Hey, excuse me. Am I interrupting nap time? In this economy, it was hard to get this job. Unfortunately, it's even harder to keep it. And there's only so much a coffee machine can do. Wakey, wakey. Hello. You don't need yet another expensive trip to the corporate coffee shop. You need the tastiest, most effective energy shot on the market. Are you fucking kidding me? The Cocaine Energy Shot is an energy supplement with a whopping 280 milligrams of caffeine in each sugar-free, zero-calorie 2-ounce dose, delivering consistent all-day energy without causing the palpitations and jitters that can ruin your day. It's delicious, too. When you wake up, you're fired. Sweet dreams, idiot. Why did I even hire this guy in the first place? What? What's this? Oh, man. What? Huh? Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Whatever. The new Cocaine Energy Shot. Sure, it's got a naughty name, but this little liquid miracle will beat out the competition to keep you at your best. Ask for it by name at your local retailer. If they don't carry it, demand that they do. Let's go! Or buy online at drinkcocaine.com. That's drinkcocaine.com. One more time. That's drinkcocaine.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not recommended for pregnant women, children, or people sensitive to caffeine. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Hello, and welcome back to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Hey, Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
Sorry, I was distracted by this Chinese basketball thing.
we'll get to that. And whether you're listening to the show on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. And remember, as always, you can tweet at high__sports with the hashtag High on Sports. Email us, shows at morningshowcentral.com. And you can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Get into the chat room if you're not already there. It asks for a name and a password. You do not need to put a password. So just type in a name, hit enter, and you immediately send in talking to myself, Ashley Von Erich, and whoever else may be in there tonight. And get to the website, highonsportsradioshow.com, for the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, highonsportsradioshow.com. All right, let's get right into things here. It is round 2. Let's go. Oh, you always throw me off with this gong. I want to remind you guys, by the way, if you missed the first half of the show, you can find the show on YouTube. Just search High on Sports on YouTube, and do not be fooled by the imposters. We are the true red, white, and blue High on Sports America. Hashtag USA.
America.
That said, we can be heard internationally. So to our Chinese viewers out there, hola.
Right on.
Also, if you missed earlier in the show,
there you go.
we
That's for you.
we bow. You honor us with your presence. By the way, we were talking about earlier in the show. Again, don't forget you heard it here first. Scott Fujita may have suffered a career-ending neck injury. We're still on the lookout for more about that. Waiting for something to become an official comment from the Browns, or anything like that. Again, if it's true, our thoughts and prayers go to the Fujita family. Interesting thing about him, he was adopted by a Japanese family. So even though he's like white and looks like...
It's like the backwards of what usually happens.
Even though he looks like Caucasian and stuff, he was born... he
Well,
was raised in a Japanese family through Japanese culture. He does the whole Japanese thing.
Well, that's why he
speaks fluent Japanese, and his sack thing is when he gets a sack, he bows.
Yeah.
He does the whole thing. He takes his shoes off in the house and
all
kneels down to eat.
Shuied out.
Exactly.
Chopsticks. That's pretty badass. I wish I could do
Right?
that.
I'm fine. Forks are great.
Right? So much easier.
Yeah. Yeah, again, our thoughts and prayers go to the Fujita family, if that is, in fact, true, which we will keep you posted. And you can find out more by checking out our Facebook. Keep it posted there for updates. Again, facebook.com/High on Sports Radio. Yeah, if you don't already like it, go like it. All right, well, it is time for a stable High on Sports. And that is, of course, what's urinating us off. And are we going to be starting with Von Erich today?
Yes, we are.
All right, we're going to start with Von Erich. Von Erich, what's urinating you off?
Donald Trump is a jerk.
He makes me laugh.
All right. Is that it?
No.
Oh.
I could just stop there. No one would even
all I
think
got.
twice.
Good night.
But he tweeted the other day, Derek Jeter had a great career until 3 days ago when he sold his apartment at Trump World Tower. I told him not to sell.
Oh, my God.
Karma.
Oh!
So not only is he wishing bodily harm on Derek Jeter, but a career-ending injury. He had a great career until 3 days ago.
Wow. Wow.
You don't
Donald
do
Trump.
stuff like that.
No, apparently he's a little upset that Jeter no longer lives in his apartment tower thing. Duplex.
His duplex.
Whatever you call it. The giant apartment towers in New York City.
Wow. Low blow, Trump. Low blow.
Someone's a little
It reminds me
upset.
of, who was it who said it? When Derek Jeter went down, or not Derek Rose. When Derek
that
Rose
sucked. It's the only reason why Miami
when
won.
Derek Rose went down in the playoffs this year, and he's still isn't okay. They don't know when he's coming back this year. Somebody he was with Under Armour, and somebody, can't remember if it was from Nike or a player, said something about like wasn't wearing Nike shoes, like coincidence.
Oh yeah, because he's with Adidas.
It's like, really? Yeah, he's Adidas. That's right, not Under Armour. But I mean, that's just stupid. Sorry,
That
Trump.
sucked.
No one wants to live in your place because you're a joke. Your life is a joke. You're just a walking punchline.
And your
with
rent's
lots
too
of
high.
Money. The rent's too damn high.
You know
I
what?
say.
Although I'm pretty sure Jeter can afford high rent.
Jeter could probably afford rent. If I'm Jeter, I'm living in a giant ass mansion.
It's New York.
You know?
You're not gonna find a giant ass
He'll
mansion.
find a giant ass mansion.
What's he just gonna tear up one of the roads? All the
Build
buildings?
it right in the middle of Central Park.
I hope the rats eat his Trump towers.
Exactly.
Well, that's harsh.
I heard Trump Tower has rats.
Jesus.
And I'm not going to name my
Man.
sources.
Allegedly has rats.
That's-
I'm not going to name my sources, but I heard they have rats.
Allegedly.
Well, I'm not going to name my sources so they can't do
You gotta
anything.
throw the alleged because Trump. He likes to sue. Alleged.
Well, that's what my source said. I'm not my source. I'm journalistic integrity. I don't have to
I
name
think
my
it was
source.
funny, Trump. Kind of an a-hole comment, but funny, Trump.
All right. Well, thank you, Von Erich. What a dick.
Yeah. He's kind of a douche. But he does make me laugh on the occasion.
With a toupee. Let's be adults here.
Yeah.
That man wears a toupee. Let's all be adults. All right. Thank you,
You're
Von Erich.
fired.
Now we go to
Hey.
Ashley. No, he's got that copyrighted. You owe him a nickel now.
Yeah. So you're fired.
You know what?
Wait. Vince
Or
McMahon
you're
has it.
sued.
Vince McMahon does it all the time, too, on WWE.
Well,
Well,
he's
Vince
been paying out
McMahon is a
pocket.
bigger joke than Donald Trump.
Vince McMahon has been paying Donald Trump to say it, probably. A nickel every time.
Wrestling is the fakest thing in the world.
You know what I don't like? Totally off topic, but we brought up the copywriting that phrase. I don't like that. Did you know Paris Hilton years ago copyrighted "That's Hot"?
Yes,
Are
I
you
was aware of it.
serious?
So whenever someone hands me my plate at the Olive Garden, I owe her a nickel. Like, that's stupid.
How can
Anyways.
you copyright phrases?
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
make any sense.
I don't know.
So what do they have? Just like they hide speakers everywhere and phone tap people, and anytime
I
somebody
guess
says
so.
it,
That's why the government's checking our phones to make sure
to
we're not
make sure we're
violating
not
copyright law.
copyright sentence laws. What the hell?
Well, MC Hammer owns Hammer Time.
Well,
Right?
he can
Hammer
have that.
time. Oh,
Let him have that.
shnikes.
He needs
I'm gonna
something.
get sued.
He needs something. Let him have that one. All right. Thank you, Von Erich. And now, Ashley, what is urinating you off?
All right. Oh, freaking the NBA and the
Speaking
China
of the
crap.
NBA, 2 weeks from tonight is our last show before the start of the NBA
Ooh,
regular season,
basketball!
and will be our NBA preview show. We're gonna project our division winners,
love
award
basketball.
winners, and other fun little things. Our NBA champions, who will be in the finals, all that other fun stuff. 2 weeks from tonight, the High on Sports NBA preview show. Go
It's
on.
gonna be awesome. Anyways, dude, the NBA needs to. I get it. Bunch of people in China and all those billions of people in China apparently
two-
like
2
basketball
billion.
now. But now they're. I mean, I don't even know if I'm urinated off about they're building a basketball center and all this junk in Beijing. But why the hell are there preseason games in China? NBA teams. You know what? If you want to go play a Chinese game or a Chinese team, go over there and play. But why are there the Heat and the Clippers? Why are they playing in China?
I'll tell you why. They're playing in China because of the NFL.
Yeah.
Because, hold on.
Yeah, screw the NFL. Oh, let's go play a game in Europe and take away a home. Man,
No.
screw you people.
Not because of that. Not because the NFL plays in Europe, but because the NFL plays in the United States. You look at it, the NFL has such a stranglehold on the sports world right now. It's like, here's the other sports competing against each other. I still say Big Four because I'm old-fashioned. NHL is all the way down here, way down, not even playing right now. Still locked out, for the record. First time that's been mentioned on the show outside of a 3-up, 3-down. NHL still locked out, all the way down there. You got baseball and basketball
I think baseball's a little above
contending
basketball.
right around here. I don't know. It's tough. But because the NBA's got that, it's star driven.
yeah.
It's a media driven. Anyways, either way, you got baseball and the NBA duking it out. If one game's on and both are playing or something, although it doesn't really happen, it's really just they never directly compete because their preseason for the NBA it can't compete with playoff baseball, and that's the only time they really overlap. Maybe a game or two in late October, early November. But either way, they don't really directly compete, but they're still kind of competing for a fan base. Then you have the NFL all the way up there. Like if you're listening to the replay, you can't see, but my hand is about at the microphone. That's where sports are competing for our attention. The NFL is the second floor of the building we're in. That's how it works right now. I don't have the specific numbers. Like I said last night, the Yankees Tigers drew at 3.7. But I know that the NFL was more than double that for their Sunday night game last night. The NFL is just a media and ratings behemoth right now.
I don't care.
And then the thing is, I'm explaining to you why they're doing this is because if you can't compete and try to take fans from the NFL,
Well, it's preseason. You're not
all they're
going to.
doing, but what they're doing though is the thing is they're planting seeds right now because they're trying to expand outward. The NBA, basketball, the sport as a whole wants to be international because they know if they can't compete with America, they can. That is 2 billion people in China. If you can
don't care.
If you can get like just a small percentage of 2 billion, it's still millions and millions watching your thing and being involved in your thing.
2 American teams playing, so then
How
their
America
fans
is Los Angeles at this
so
point.
their fans. I mean, who knows if they would have won anyway because it's preseason, but now they don't get to go.
It's preseason.
I know.
We couldn't go to the Cats
whether or
tonight in
not.
Cincinnati.
Well, pretty soon they're going to end up having regular season games over there.
They will.
And then what the hell?
They
Just
will.
like the NFL now, they have a regular season game over in Europe.
One
Why?
game.
Why?
It's expanding
No one in
the
Europe
market.
cares. That's why NFL Europe is worse than Canadian football.
I'm okay with the NFL throwing
No.
a game to Europe.
No.
It's a game. You
I don't
can
care.
deal with it.
No.
Boo-hoo.
No.
It's one game in Europe. It's
crap.
expanding the fan base.
Yeah,
It's
and then what
helping them
happens,
keep the product
what
alive.
happens when a Cleveland Browns game has to play in Europe?
Then we miss
What do we do?
a game.
What do we do?
We don't go
You're
to
gonna have a lot
game.
of pissed off people who are in the Muni lot not
game.
getting to go to a Browns game. A lot of pissed off people.
I'm not even a little bit concerned about that because they don't want to showcase the Browns at all. I love the Browns, but the NFL does not want to showcase
I'm
them.
just
Like,
saying.
look at this, Europe.
I'm
Because
just.
Europe's going to be like, oh, that's what you do?
I'm just
We're
saying.
okay.
I'm just saying.
And if they do, it's a game for 1 year.
No.
That's fine.
No.
You're overreacting about
I am not overreacting
Yeah,
at
You know
all.
what?
You're underreacting.
It's one game.
I kind of
crap.
have to agree with Ashley.
Thank you.
A little bit here, okay?
A lot of it.
Well, the reason why I have to agree with her a little bit is because I was reading a story. It had nothing to do with sports, but they're recalling like 10,000 pirate costumes for Halloween from China because they have a bunch of lead in them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, why can't we make those pirate costumes here in the United States?
I wish we could.
Well, it's the same thing. Well, why should we go to China and play there?
Yeah, why are we exporting our sports teams?
Right,
We already export
exactly.
all our businesses. Now we export our
It's
sports
so
teams?
different when it's the fact that there's no more manufacturing jobs in the United
No,
States.
it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
I mean, no, it's not.
It's them
but still.
trying to expand their fan bases because they still want to sell the jerseys here. They just also want to sell the jerseys there.
Well, make the jerseys here in the United States and ship them
Well,
over
we're not
there.
talking
Yeah.
about where we're making them. That's on Nike and stuff and the individual companies. It's not on the NBA where they're making the jerseys.
12 cents an hour.
But I'm just saying they want, and it's not even just China. I'm saying internationally, they want people from every country to want the latest Kobe Bryant jersey. They don't want to just sell to America because honestly, we only have so much attention and so much of it's going to the NFL, especially for money. We're all poor. We're all poor, every one of us. We can't afford to go and be like, yeah, I'm going to go pick up a football jersey and then I'm going to hit the store next to it and get an official NBA jersey. We don't have that kind of money to just be doing that. So what are we going to do? As a whole, the country, if it was a vote, we're going to buy the NFL jersey.
Well, I have one of each.
Well, so do I. I have a baseball jersey, too. You get them over time. You don't get them all at once. I actually have 2 Browns jerseys. I got a nice orange Richardson one. Should have worn it tonight. Didn't.
Yeah, I got my Tim Couch. Obviously, I don't wear that one anymore. And then I got my Jared Vicious jersey. I need to get a new Browns jersey.
I got
only have
Hillis.
Jared Vicious.
Full disclosure, I'm wearing a Peyton Hillis jersey right now.
Yeah.
I got my Trent Richardson at home. I've got my Ricky Vaughn for the Indians, the Wild thing. And my from the front, it's a Mo Williams jersey. It's
the back.
sorry, from the front, it's a Kyrie Irving jersey. But then if you look at the back, it turns out it's actually a Mo Williams jersey.
I need to get a new
But I
Cavs
lie
jersey
and-
too, because
and
all I
only
have,
angle myself in a certain
all
way.
I have is my.
Did someone in China
my
make that one?
He who shall not be named.
China
jersey.
probably made every single jersey I own.
I wanted.
I think they got confused when they put that, you
Yeah.
know.
And
together.
Korea made my phone. We don't make stuff anymore. It sucks.
No.
But yeah, buy American. I drive a Buick. It's America.
Forward.
But anyways,
America.
It's got foreign parts on it.
probably
Right.
probably a lot of them.
Nothing's American
It
anymore.
runs too smooth to be full American. I don't know. Just saying. Anyways, but either way, yeah. So that's. I mean, I get what the NBA is doing.
I don't like it.
It's having trouble expanding up here, so it's expanding out. It wants to expand. It's just unfortunately it has to expand in this direction.
Doesn't need to farm
did that one.
It doesn't need to farm the games out.
No, the games need to stay in the cities of the teams.
I don't know.
Not.
I don't care about.
Let's send it halfway around the world.
LA is so stupid. No one's gonna come to a preseason game. They only come to it when it's late in the season and they're winning. LA, you and I have talked about this. LA, it's not being there for your team. It's being there so you can be seen there. or say you were
I mean,
there.
yeah, but
So
we could
put
have
one
been
in
in
China.
Miami.
Who cares?
Well, make it a special day
And-
for the hungry kids there or something. And have them come watch
and
the
all
game.
the people who work at the stadiums, they just lost work for a day. So it is like exporting jobs because all those concession stand workers and the ushers and the camera and scoreboard people, they just lost work for a day.
I guess so. Now, do they get paid daily, or is that a
It's probably salary.
salary?
Well, no, like the
I mean, it
worker-
depends. The concession workers are going to
yeah,
get paid
they get
for that
paid
day.
hourly.
Yeah.
So yeah, they lost a day
And
of
like
work.
a scoreboard operator, they're probably a
I
salary.
get paid by the hour.
A scoreboard operator is probably a salary. Because you.
Well, the
you really
concession-
just have
But the
people.
more games they
the
have,
concession- yeah.
their salary would probably be higher. Just saying.
I don't know, but now the
But
NBA
no,
has
now we
more
lost
money.
two.
But now the
'Cause they
NBA
played
has
two
more
over
money,
there.
so the owners can now hire more people.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Can't have it
Nope.
both ways.
Nope.
Trickle down economics.
Nope.
That's a thing, right?
Take the concession workers to China.
How do we know they didn't? How do we know they didn't
'Cause
take
they
the
probably
hot
got-
dog on a stick guy to China?
Really? 'Cause
To
they
introduce
probably
the hot
got-
dog on a stick to the Chinese.
No, because
It'll
they probably
blow
got their own
minds.
concession people.
Hot dog on a stick is gonna blow the
You think,
Chinese people.
You think they're gonna let us bring our own concession stand people in?
China, if you're
no,
listening,
they got
call
their
the show.
own.
If there's any Chinese out there from China, I'm not talking I'm American, but my parents were from there. I don't give a crap. If you live in China, call the show. Speak English though, because we don't have like a
Yeah,
translator.
but I don't
thing
know
or
what
whatever.
you'd be saying.
So
At all.
if you don't speak English, don't bother wasting your time. That's not us not trying to adapt to other cultures.
It's-
That's three people here who speak strictly
we
English
speak
and
English,
and
'cause,
nothing
you
else.
know, born and raised
speak
in America.
speak un poco Spanish. I don't even speak English. I speak un. I was halfway through what I was saying and I got caught up.
What are you saying?
I speak un poco Spanish.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Un poquito? That thing? Un poquito español. I speak a little Spanish.
Is poquito a word?
Yeah, un poquito. It's like a little bit.
English, motherfucker, do you
Thank
speak?
you.
You're just
English,
laughing at an actual beautiful language.
I'm pretty
English,
sure
motherfucker,
poquito's
do
not
you
a word.
speak?
Un poquito.
I took
Someone who
Spanish
speaks
for 2 years.
un poquito is a word. Un poquito. A
Three,
little bit.
technically, if you count the year that I failed.
Un poquito. And I did two if you count the year I failed. Un poquito español. A little bit of Spanish. That's totally it.
I
That
don't think
is
I've ever
totally-
heard poquito in my life.
totally
I live in
it.
Painesville. It's Little
Yeah?
Mexico.
Well, yeah, well, no one's going to say poquito because they all speak grande español. They speak a lot of it, not a poquito. 3 up, 3 down time. We're at the end of the show. Down number 3, we already talked about it, but the New York Yankees trail the Tigers 2-0, both losses at home. Lost Derek Jeter. Attendance down about 3,000. 18 seats in a row I
It's-
found available on StubHub.
It's better and better.
Can they come back?
No.
I don't know.
I say yes.
If they can hit like they can hit, they can come back and they can win it. But if they continue to play like they have been playing, there is not a snowball's chance in hell. Down number 2, we didn't get to talk about it, but the Oregon Ducks debuted at number 3 in the BCS, despite being 2 in both the AP and USA.
Oh.
By the way, Ohio
burn.
State up to number 7 in the Associated
Yeah,
Press poll,
buddy.
unranked in BCS because they're not allowed to be because of the ban.
Booty.
But speaking of, down number 1, Big Ten football, not a one team was ranked in the BCS top 25. No Big Ten schools. I don't know what to make of that. Up number 3, Dusty Baker agrees to 2-year extension with the Reds. Good for him. Good for him. Number 2, the Cleveland Browns won a game. Detroit Lions
Brownies.
0-16 record is safe. And up number 1, the Ohio University Bobcats. Ranked number 25 in the Associated Press poll. First time being ranked in any poll since 1968.
That's how you represent the
I
state
gotta
of
say one more
Ohio.
thing about
Yeah?
OSU. Did you guys see the marching band video?
Oh yeah, they were doing like a horse and stuff.
Well, no, not the horse. Yeah, but they were
The
doing.
horse was good.
Yeah, but they were doing all video
Video
game
game,
themes.
yeah.
that was awesome.
That
dude.
was cool. I liked when they were a big horse. They were all running. That was fun. But yeah, Ohio University Bobcats. First time
Representing
ranked
the
since
state of Ohio.
1968.
Get some Bobcats.
Wow. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Like I said before, remember to tune in next Monday night at 7 for our MLB Look Back special.
Oh.
We're going to go back and look at our picks and projections and estimations of this season and see where we messed up terribly. Like I said last week, though, I'll say it this week. This is a little tease for next week's show. One of us here, our World Series champ, is still alive and in really good shape. I'm not going to say who made the right pick, but you'll have to tune in.
Lost everybody.
The rest of us, most of us didn't even pick two teams that are in the playoffs. So you'll have to check that show out. Again, all our division winners and stuff, we'll see where we messed up. And the week after that, our NBA preview special. But next week, our MLB Look Back special. You don't want to miss that. So for Chris, for Von, for Ashley, I'm Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We will see you next Monday night at 7. Same time, same place. MorningShowCentral.com.